Hey guys, welcome to this video. How to make merch by Amazon passive. Why would someone want to make it passive? So let me tell you about active income versus passive income. Active income is trading your time for money, aka like a full-time job. If you trade 8 hours a day for 5 days a week for a certain amount of steady, reliable income. Passive income is the ability to earn money without active involvement. Which one would you choose? Trade 8 hours of your time a day for $100 or earn $100 in your sleep. If you choose the latter, then this video is for you. So here's a quote that's kind of stuck with me for a long time. So I've never bought anything with money. Everything I have bought with pieces of time I sold from my life to a job that will never have paid enough when my time is over. So just think about this message and just tattoo it to the back of your eyelids. So this is an equation that I learned from a mentor of mine. So here's the equation. Cash flowing business plus system plus outsourcing automation equals a true lifestyle. So you got to make sure you're making money, then create a system around that, and then figure out automation, and then bring in outsourcing so to remove yourself from the whole system and process, and that will give you the time and the true lifestyle. So that's what this means. So I don't know about you, but the world has many business opportunities, and I do not want to be pigeonholed just to one. I'd prefer to make 5 different businesses making me $2,000 a month, as opposed to one business making me $2,000 a month. And I would just like to watch over my businesses like a good business owner should do. Not having to rely on one income. Having all your eggs in one basket is never a good idea. So maybe merch will end one day. You never know. You owe it to yourself to give yourself the time to work on other things, because if you focus all your energy on one model and one day it's over, you're kind of left with you're left in the gutter. So, setting this up requires quite a lot of hard work. But once you've got the system together, you can really scale things up and grow like crazy. So check out on my map just to kind of see kind of an overview of, building a business. So ideally, like with any job, any boss, they have managers that run the business, and the managers report to the owner. So if you were limited to your own business, just one business, you can only have one kind of income because you've focused all your energy on that. But if you lay out your businesses like this, and let the managers report to you, on a monthly basis, and you just kind of check over the numbers. That's what you should be doing as an owner. So imagine this business is merch. Business 1 is merch. Business 2 is FBA. Business 3 is Kindle. Maybe get away from Amazon. Maybe you do drop shipping, or maybe you do something else. So you get the idea. So imagine having all these baskets making you money. If something goes wrong, say merch is no longer over, you've got these other 4 to support it. So you can see how this is more, stable. It's probably more stable than having a job. But if you've only focused on one business, then if that goes away, then it could be really bad. So I hope you understand this. So imagine if one of the investors from Shark Tank would focus on his or her local business only. The reason why they're making so much money is they create the process and they let the employees do the rest. I know what you're thinking. Shark Tank investors are too huge to compare to merch, but if you think about it, how well do you think your boss at work, how would your boss at work do if they didn't hire employees? So, they can't go on vacation or anything like that because, the boss has to run things. So that's what the employees do. So they're trading the time for money, and the boss gives rewards their time sacrifice with a wage. So that's kind of the way the normal world works. But if you come at it from a boss mindset, you can understand how this could be powerful. So We can use the same principles on a much smaller scale. So it's nothing crazy big as Mark Cuban from Shark Tank or whatever. So I'm going to show you a step-by-step guide. I'm going to hold your hand through the process and just give you some tips on how to make your merch project as passive as possible. So it's up to you to decide to make it 100% passive or 80% passive. But I know a lot of people right now, they're doing 100% of the work. They're doing the designs, they're doing the uploading, they're doing the research. And it's like a full-time job, or maybe two full-time jobs in one. So if you've already got a full-time job anyway, and you've got another full-time job on top of that, you're going to be stretching yourself too thin. So I'm hoping this video will help you guys out. So you have two good options. You can set this up around your existing job and earn some extra money on your side, or you can just kind of go for it and do what you can with it and make it your baby, basically. So both options will probably help your situation regardless, but I'm sure there's nothing wrong with these two options really. So if you're ready to quit your job, then you can do that if you want. So anyway, those are the options. So the video isn't for beginners, just starting out with merch. If you've got like 10 submissions or whatever, you probably don't really need to outsource it, even though it can be done. But I don't recommend it. You've got to understand the process. You've got to figure it out yourself first before you can pass it on. So from my own experience, I'd say just over tier 500 and upwards is where things become really busy for the merch seller. You're doing the research, and often you do the designs yourself, and then you're uploading, and that's 10 submissions a day is quite a long process to kind of handle. So if you think you're at the stage where you're missing submissions, you should consider outsourcing or automating the process. So there's no excuse to miss out on submissions. If you go on vacation, whatever, you've got to, say if you go on vacation for 4 days, and you've got 10 uploads a day, you've got to draft 40 in advance just so you don't miss out. It can get really, it can pile up on your shoulders really if you not got ahead with drafts. So you can imagine having people working for you is kind of going to give you the head and give you the freedom. So if you find you're rushing, you're just trying to get your 10 uploads a day, and then you cut corners and you reduce your quality, it can really hurt your ROI. So you're going to take less of you're going to take a pay cut basically just because you're spreading yourself too thin. So with the help of some online tools and virtual assistants, passive income can be achieved from this model. So no more missing daily submissions, no more Photoshop, no more researching, no more uploading, and no more writing descriptions and keyword optimization. So does this interest you? If so, continue watching. This is the process. So back to another mind map. So this is a mind map just of the merch process only. So this is, business one. So as you can see, you have a boss, and the manager reports to you, and the manager, your virtual assistant manager, runs a team. So you can have a team of researchers. You have the designer running with the manager, and then the manager speaks to the copywriter. The manager, the manager can upload the products. Perhaps the manager can do the research as well. But you get the idea. So these are kind of the 4 steps to merch. So I wouldn't recommend to get a manager to do the designs. Keep your designer and manager separate. You wouldn't hire an accountant to like a roof tile business. You wouldn't get your accountant to do the warehouse work messing around with roof tiles. So try and keep these separate. Keep the copywriters separate. Perhaps the manager will be able to do this. You basically got to teach a process to the manager. If they can't handle it, you can find copywriters where it's their specific role to do that. So I'll talk more about it after this. So So let's take a look at a master spreadsheet I made to kind of keep you organized in the process. Okay, so this is the spreadsheet. So I've color coordinated the process. So this is the process in a linear fashion. So, it starts with research. Perhaps, some people like to, add the BSR at the time, add the niche in there, which will help the designer. This is it trademarked? Yes or no? So, as you can see, the yellow is for the researcher. So the manager will be looking over this. So the blue is the designers column. So when the designer's made designs from the research, he'll click yes or no. And then the green will be the manager. So what he or she will do, they will check on Google to see if it's unique. So that, to see if a design is not copying designs. So yes or no there. Add some notes if you've got them. The red will be for the copywriter. So this is the columns designated for him or her. So as you can see, the brand name, title, bullet point 1, bullet point 2. So you teach them the process, and you let them, since they've got the skills supposedly, and they can create the copy and paste for you. So the last bit would be, is it uploaded, yes or no? So this is, the white, could be your job. So this is probably the safest way. So this is not 100% passive, because you have to upload them, and then perhaps down the line you do the copycat checks. So as you can see, this is kind of the whole process all in one. Say you are comfortable with giving the manager access to upload and do the keywords. You'll change the column to green or whatever. Oops. Yeah, change it to green. So that's now the manager's job. So as you can see, so if you get the manager to do the keywords, change this to green. So, you'll teach the colors to your workers as you hire them, and you teach them the exact process. So once the designer's made the design, you can give him or her the the master drive, as you call it. So make sure they put 01 and the name of the shirt into the files. So as you can see, this is column 1, design 1. So that way you can, once these are all filled up, you can keep on top of organization. And say Amazon merch, they delete your designs, you still got the keywords that you can just re-upload and copy and paste. You don't need to do the whole process again. So you're keeping everything on one page here. This is the master spreadsheet. This is going to keep you organized. This is the key to kind of keep things together, really. So I hope you've enjoyed the spreadsheet. I'll put the link to the spreadsheet in the YouTube description, just so you can press file, make a copy for yourself, and then I'm going to show you the next video on how to find the people with the skills that will, make the process for your merch empire. Okay, so the best place to find these workers will be Upwork.com. You've probably heard of this website before. So you can either make a job and let people apply to your job. So if you're looking for a virtual assistant, you will apply for a virtual assistant. If you're looking for a researcher, you make a job for a researcher. But here's another way of doing it. So you can actively find the freelancers without making a job proposal. So if you go on find freelancers, So once that's loading, so we have to look for a researcher, so the yellow column. So what do you type? So you can do search assistant. That sounds relevant. So when you come here, you bombarded with lots of options, but let me show you a good way to filter. So I'd say research. You're going to be teaching them, so I would pay I'd pay the low prices on this. You can search. These people have done a few jobs. What else? So we're going to filter hardcore here, so we can we'll pick any category. So researcher, the English doesn't have to be amazing, but perhaps we'll stick to conversational. Anything else? Okay, so these are results. So if you go down the list, you can read the profiles. So the first things to look at is price. So I'm seeing like $6 is kind of $6 per hour is kind of the bottom price for this. Let's just have a look around. We got $5 there. Indian, $6, $5. Between 4 and 7 there. So if you go for the newer ones, you're probably going to get ones a lot cheaper. So let's pick Marielle. Just check out her profile. See if you see any red flags. So she's from Madagascar, so she's French. So you can see that she writes quite well. So communication be quite easy. She's earned a lot of money. So just go through the list like this. Another thing is you can get a bit more specific. You might have a bit of luck than this. So web research, Amazon SEO. So this person could be a copywriter as well. You could do both jobs. The less people, the more easier the process. He's earned over 8K. He knows how to do Amazon SEO. He knows how to do web research. He can even do uploading. $3 an hour. So let's read his profile. Seems to speak pretty good English. This could be a copy and paste. So once you speak to him by messages, you get a sense of their language skills. So I've experienced in Amazon since 3 years. I can help you with your Amazon wish list. A little bit dodgy with the whole wish list thing. So you've got no use for this. But I'm pretty sure if you messaged him and if you was to teach him your research process, I'm pretty sure he'll take the job. So $3 an hour. So you could do you could do about 20 research, perhaps even 50. For an hour you could fill up these slots for a while. So you can get a lot of information. You get a lot of results from $3 an hour. So he could be working part time, and he could fill it up like 50 at a time, and say you can do 25 in an hour. You have to pay him. You pay him $6 to do 50 listings. So you kind of time yourself how long it takes for you to do research, and then teach a process to him, and you'll be able to find out how much roughly you'll be paying. So let's say you press invite to the job, and you can speak to him and see what it's all about. So I'm going to save his profile. Okay, the next step is a graphic designer. So same process again. Looks like $10 an hour seems to be missed anything. So you can I think Philippines tends to be the best workers. So you can filter even more. Philippine workers, they speak really good English, and the rates are really reasonable. So Paul, seems to speak good English. Let's check out some samples. Read the feedback. Mostly good stuff. Seems very reasonable. There's a lack of t-shirt presence here, so I'm gonna filter a bit more. Here we go. $7, $6, $5. So you go down the list, see the reasonable rates. Let's check out Algidion. I think he's messed up on his copy and paste. So 24 jobs in progress. This guy's a busy guy. So maybe you want to avoid it because he's got too many clients going on right now. Looks like someone's using him for merch already. So just go down the list. Let's check out Desiree. Good feedback. Seems to speak English well. Not much in terms of t-shirts. $3 an hour. Wow. So, and that looks pretty cool. I wish we had more samples, I guess, but you can tell he's quite new. December 2016, so he's probably willing to drop his rates a little bit. So let's say we was to hire him, you invite him to a job, give him some samples to do, see if you're a good fit together, and if you want to hire him, He's your man. He controls the blue column. So for the manager, I think it's best just to say virtual assistant. Okay. Don't forget with virtual assistants, if say you want to book a holiday on vacation, you could just pay them to do it. I use virtual assistants for everything. So check out the rates again. $5. So let's check out. Have I done Philippines? Yeah, we'll do Philippines again. Speak good English. So Lalaine. Seems to speak good English. She's in quite a lot. She might be busy. Job in progress. But she's experienced virtual assistant to work with us on ongoing projects. Anyway, if you like her, you can hire her and you can ask her about her schedule to see how much time she's got for you. She seems like a good fit, so if you like what we have to say, hire them, and then she controls the green. So now is the copywriter. Do Amazon SEO. So for a copywriter, you need someone who has a good, solid English level. So we've got to be, actually we'll do fluent because native is native. So we've got to make sure they speak fluent. So let's check out Roderick. $3.33 an hour to enhance and contribute knowledge in the field. I am able to work on time, and my goal is to work on quality, not on quantity. The English isn't that great. I think it seems a bit too robotic, but it could be a good fit. It's got good feedback. He's earned a lot. English vocabulary is low. Maybe passing him. Let's check out Jeremiah's. Okay. There you go. So check the feedback. Seems good. She's earned quite a lot. So virtual assistant SEO. Let's try copywriting. So with copywriters, you tend to have to pay a bit more. But let's say, for $7 an hour, she can do a lot. She can do a lot of descriptions in an hour. The sales will pay for itself. Optimize sales. So let's check out Patricia. She even has skills in Photoshop. Probably irrelevant now, but because I can't hurt. So good feedback. She's doing quite a lot. tried to give part of a job to another freelancer, but then came back to Pat because she understood our needs. See, that's a great review. Top 30%, speaks good English. She could be a winner. She could be your manager. So Patricia will get upgraded to the copywriter. So you teach her the process, and that's pretty much it. And then when you get to there, the manager will, it's up to you of a manager to upload it to your merch. So now you've got your team together. So you get all of your team players to be on this same spreadsheet. You get your manager to communicate with them. Get them all on Skype or whatever. So you formulate a team. And then all you got to do as the boss, you've got to tell the manager you're hoping to make 10 designs a day, or maybe 15 designs a day, or whatever, at the very least, every day. Tell him your expectations and teach them the process. You got to make a video around research, make a video for the graphics designer, tell them how to save the files, to use the numbers to correlate with the files. Teach your manager to make sure she checks the Google images once the shirt's been made. And the manager will check up for typos and stuff in the copywriter work. So once it's all filled up, you've got the copy and paste. You can go crazy. So all you got to do is wake up in the morning and copy and paste this information into your merch dashboard, and that's most of the work done. You've made your merch empire, 80% passive. Once you're a bit more confident with your team, you can perhaps consider giving them the password to your Amazon account. I know it's unsafe, but I have a solution that could help you with the process. But I know there's currently a lot of people that they trust their VAs just to let them into the account and do the uploads as well, so they can actually turn from 80% passive to 100% passive. Okay, another feature in Upwork that not many people know about, if you go into your profile and click on settings and then go on teams, what this means is you can give your manager access to your own Upwork workers, so she can run a team of your own, your designer, the researcher, and you can even set it so he or she can pay the workers accordingly. So say every Friday you have payday for your team, and you can let your manager do the payment for you, and it's actually pretty safe. But you can set it so you can do payment, or you can set it so your manager can do the payment for the team. But if you was to set it for your manager to pay, you'll get a confirmation on your phone saying, your manager wants to pay this much to your team, please approve. And then it's a click of a button, and then payment will go through. So it's actually still pretty safe. So you're not giving your bank details to your workers. You're just limiting them. So this is a powerful button. So what you can do is contact support, go through the process, and then you can follow the instructions back there and just kind of assign the manager. And then under the manager, you'll have your designer, your researcher, blah, blah, blah. And so you'll get the idea. So make sure you enable teams. This is a great feature, and it's another way just to make things extremely passive. So there you go. To summarize, these are the steps of kind of the process for passive merch. So number one, decide if outsourcing will help your situation. So, it's not for everybody. If you're too new to this, you might want to wait down the line. But if you're missing daily submissions, or you're reducing quality to fill in submissions, then I would recommend to start outsourcing the process. So to do that, number two, you go to Upwork.com. You can make a job and request a designer or a manager and let people contact you, or you can manually find them
like for where I've shown in the video, and then you can just interview your team, talk to them, and if you like what you see, you can hire them. So you got the manager to hire. So he or she is going to be your main person. They're going to be reporting to you because you're the boss, and then the manager controls the employees. So the employees will be the designer, and the researcher, and the copyright guy, and then the uploader. So the manager can also do some of these, but it depends if he or she can do it. So make sure you send them a video, and if they can do the job, you can pay the manager even more than managing. So but if he or she can't really do the job that well, don't sell yourself short. Make sure you find a specific person for, say, like someone who's much better at researching, and pay them that way. Number 4, put them on a trial basis to start with. So just like with any job, put them on a trial, and if they don't really perform that well, wish them well, and just kind of move on and find someone else. Don't settle for less, really. Just make sure you find them that perfect. And there's no problems. So once you've got your workers, invite them all to the master spreadsheet which I made. I'll put the spreadsheet in the description. So get them all onto the same page, literally, and then designate the colors and tell them which colors theirs to mess with the spreadsheet. So invite them all to edit, so they'll be able to change things. So once you've got things set up, negotiate payment with them and their time availability. You could do that in the interview process. So to teach the process, you've got to create videos around of your own process. So maybe you have a specific way of doing research. So you have to create a video around your process and then send that to the researcher. Then you create a video around how to do a trademark check. And then you create a video on what you expect from your designer. So, you can provide the dimensions, the template, all that sort of stuff, and give the designer some examples of designs you currently have, and what kind of quality that they should be producing. So create a video around the Google image check. So after the designer's made it, just in case the designer's been stealing designs, if you find out they're stealing designs, just fire them straight away. Leave them bad feedback. So create a video around your keywords and your descriptions. Create a video if you want to make things 100% passive. Create a video around how to upload, how to do the merch dashboard stuff, and then you can create a video around how to search for copycats. Maybe have like a weekly copycat spree. So assign all jobs to workers. Make sure they know what to do, answer all their questions. So number 9 is set expectations. So if they do a no-show, this can result in their contract termination. So this is your business. You're going to take this seriously, and they have to take it seriously. So, this is your baby. Don't settle for any less. If you pay like rock bottom prices and stuff, a lot of them are going to be like giving you excuses like there's an earthquake, hurt their family member, so they can't work this week. They're just kind of looking for higher paying clients. So if they do a good job, don't be afraid to give them a bonus. A happy worker is a productive worker. If you're paying rock bottom prices, you can't be surprised that you will lose them very soon. So it's not worth the headache. Just pay a little bit more. Treat them as how you would want to be treated at your job. Imagine if your boss started to reduce your payment and all that stuff. And it's they're hardworking people. Not all of them are these evil virtual assistants that want to mess with your bank details. They're not all like that. That's like 99% are good people. So anyway, you can give your manager access to your team. So if you've got all your Upwork, all your team that are on Upwork, you can assign everybody into the same contract. So that way you can give the manager access to your team. So he or she can pay them accordingly. Like say, you can have payment every Friday, payday, and you can set it in such a way where he or she can pay themselves and you'll get a notification on your cell phone if you approve payments. So, you're not giving them access to lots of payment, because all you got to do is approve of payment, and then the payment gets released. So you can actually give your manager access to payments on Upwork of your team, and this is a great way of making a really smooth process. So make sure you watch that video and just go through just follow the steps. So number 11, decide if you want to be 80% passive or 100% passive. So what I mean by 80% passive, so let's say you have to upload 50 designs a day, but you're reluctant to giving the virtual assistant access to your merch accounts. So you've got to copy and paste all the information and upload the image, check for trademarks, and then press upload. Which is not that much work, but if you're doing like 50 a day, it is quite a little bit of time. So that's what I mean by 80% passive. Now, if you want 100% passive, you've got to give the VAs access to your merch account. So if you're interested in doing that, having 100% merch business, consider investing into Merch Shield, which is a tool that will make your merch account really safe. What it will do, it will reduce limitations, so the worker can't mess with your payment details. It gives you peace of mind. They can't do any sneaky stuff. All they can do is upload. So it's a tool. I'll leave it in the description. So, okay, thank you for watching, and good luck. I hope this really helps you, gets things kind of gives you back your life. You know what I mean? If any of you are interested, I could make a course on this. Where I can provide you all the videos and research and, how to do shirt designs. I can set this up in a way that all you have to do is send the videos to your VAs and they'll know what to do. So I will provide the training. If any of you are interested in that, and if you see value to that, let me know in the description and I'll consider making a course. But meanwhile, I'm not sure if many people are interested in making it passive, so I'm going to hold out for now until there's a little bit of demand. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts in the description. Feel free to add the comments. I'd love to hear your input. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope this video helps. Thank you.